Here's a guy nobody's really talking about that looked really, really good to me, Shaka Hayward. Shaka Hayward, the backup linebacker. Here's the one thing about Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a spot where if you're a backup linebacker, you have a real shot to make this roster. The Bengals are thin at the linebacker position. They're thin at the linebacker position. There's nobody that really is like, took the position by hold. Obviously, you got Joe Bacci, but with the exits of guys like Marcus Bailey, you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to really make something on this roster for yourself. So I'm very curious if Njongmeta and Shaka Hayward will be able to carve out roles for themselves.
I will say Hayward wore the green dot when he was in the game too, which is a pretty good sign for him as well.
Yes.
I mean, he's more familiar with that, but this is his second year here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think it was UDFA last year.
You remember who he was? You remember who he was compared to? Jermaine Pratt.
Yeah, I remember talking about that a little bit.
A lot of his comparisons with Jermaine Pratt, and it's because of his ranginess, his ability to cover. He's a good tackler too.
Oh yeah, 1 sack, 4 tackles, and almost every single one of those 4 defensive stops. So he made 5 different instances where he made contact with the ball carrier, and 4 of those constituted a loss for the defense.
If you're a good corner, if you're a good safety, those are pretty valuable in the league. That's really it. I mean, I would have said linebacker, but at this point, I mean, there's a good chance a linebacker we cut gets claimed. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
Njongmeta better make the roster. I'll keep saying it.
Yeah.
Oh, we said.
And even if Shaka Hayward doesn't, but
Shaka Hayward better make the roster too.
I mean, yeah. Then if that case, you're probably cutting Joe Bacci, which means he might get claimed.
I think I'd rather have Shaka Hayward and Njongmeta over. Oh, this is kind of feisty to say. I don't know if I think I would take them over Bacci.
Yeah, I agree.
I would. I think you have more juice. I think you have more on the table.
I agree.
I feel like, I mean, it's tough because Joe Bacci did such a good job for Logan Wilson on the Super Bowl run.
He did.
I think a lot of people played better than maybe what they were that season.
I also think that's, we've talked about it a little bit, but that's kind of an underrated position where maybe we work a trade for Joe Bacci. Somebody might be looking for that linebacker depth. That could be we just talked about it, just an area to swap.